This is where I belong.
My hair is so curly today, and it's weird because it's like curly in one direction on one side and in a different direction on the other side. I look like a Victorian teenage boy. Well, whatever. Anyway, there's a lot of clips and a lot of screenshots that I take of things that make me laugh or things that I think have a potential to be a pretty great either reaction video or reaction photo or whatever. It's just, I've been waiting for so long to use some of them, and it's kind of getting on my nerves a little bit because I feel like sometimes I just kind of forget that they exist, and sometimes I think that I'm going to use them in the future and then I never do because, again, I've just forgot that they existed. It's bothering me because I really like them and I want to talk about them, and also, first and foremost, I need to share the legends with you, okay? So those clips that I've already used, but some people might not know where they're from. Sometimes I use an audio clip from something. It's important pieces of lore, okay? Sometimes you just look back on some reaction photos or reaction videos that you used and you're like, they kind of suck. They do. So I'm afraid that that's gonna happen to a lot of them. It might not, but I want to share them before it happens. And I might not be able to show you all of them today because there's quite a bit to go through, but let's start with the legends. Obviously, Musa in season 1 of Winx. I believe that this was a fight with tricks. This is just one of my favorites. I really like using this one. I particularly like using this image every time I tweet about finding out that two celebrities are not the same person. I do not know why I can't tell Dove Cameron and Sabrina Carpenter apart. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just can't do it. Same thing with John Mayer and James Franco. They're two different people. How was I not aware? The thing is, I know both of their names and I've heard things about them, obviously, because not the girly girls, but the guys, because they've been dragged through the mud multiple times, as they should. Anyway, this is my favorite one to use every time I find out that two celebrities that in my mind were kind of one person turn out to be, you know, two people as they are. Of course, the Sims 2 soundtrack. I'm pretty sure that people who are my age, most of them did not play Sims 2. It's just, I was getting the Sims games later than everybody else because they were so expensive I couldn't afford them. So like when everyone moved to Sims 2, I was still on Sims 1, and when everyone moved to Sims 3, I was on Sims 2. So I kind of have a bit of some memories of playing Sims 2, even though I'm a little bit too young to have vivid memories of that. This is one of my favorites. I love her. I love every Utopia composition from The Sims. It's just, especially Sims 1, 2, and 3, girl, they just do it for me. They just have that oomph. It just works. It does for many things. I use it way too much, to be honest. Simsalabim, but the creepy edit, God, I love it. I love it so much. I am one of those people who are Simsalabim apologists. If you are not, by the way, Zimzalabim is a song by Red Velvet. It's like a weird carnival type of song with really cutesy verses and like a creepy chorus, you know, with an R&B bridge. It's weird, it's great. If you love campy shit, you should be listening to Red Velvet. I'm telling you, you should be. It's great. I've been into them since like 2016 or something, and it's been great the entire time. So I recommend. The creepy version, it's just so perfect. I feel like it just fits everything about my channel. So I overuse it as well a lot. The 6-inch pumps.
6-inch pumps, play with his balls, dunks, ball head, yeah.
I don't use the video that often. I use the sound a lot, especially when I talk about Brandon. In many of my Winx videos, he comes up a lot because obviously he does. Why wouldn't he? And this one is my go-to. Another one that will be one of your favorites. I know that for sure because many of you like to comment that. And that is...
Girlfriend, stop! Get back in the car!
This clip is from one of the Bratz movies. It's like the one where they're like on tour or whatever, competing as designers or whatever it is. It's great. It's a great clip. It just does it for me as well. It just doesn't get old. I use it a lot and it just doesn't ever get old for me. It's a classic. I'm gonna certify it a legend, a classic. I use it way too much and I am not embarrassed about that. Actually, you know what? Bratz is full of meme material, especially for, you know, girly girls. This is this is so good. It's packed with weird rigging, weird animation, weird jokes. And I think that it's, honestly, I think it was intentional. We'll talk about it when I'm gonna be doing a deep dive, but I think that all of the jokes, they weren't just like, oh, it was so bad, it's good. I think it was purposefully campy. I think that they were quite self-aware about what they were doing. This clip is my bitch. I love her. I love her. I do. This one, Drew Gooden, thank you for this one.
Dear God, where did you go?
I wish I had a better clip where it wouldn't be cut off at the end where he's saying like, where did you go? But I believe that in his video, he already cut away to the next clip. Just something about Drew's delivery, something about his voice, the John Mulaney kind of vibe of it all. John Mulaney. Yeah. He's probably like my favorite commentary YouTuber because of how funny I find his delivery. Dear God, where did you go? So I love using that one, and you probably know it. If you've been here for a while, you probably know it. Now, I don't know why Pretty Little Liars comes up in conversation so fucking often on this channel. Honestly, I don't know why. I have never made that many videos on them. I think I've made 2. This show comes up so often. It is quite iconic. I mean, most of us were watching it. Girl, I don't know. In any case, it is such a nonsense of a show. I think that what revived my interest in it was the out of context videos that came out about it. I kind of did not remember how funny it was in some instances just because of how ridiculous it is. In some instances it's just camp, and in some instances it's actually just funny because the writing was funny. Like they were trying to make a joke and it was working, okay? The amount of times I used this clip, I just realized it when I was preparing for this video, but I used this clip almost every time I mentioned PLL, and it's because I just find it so insane.
I would have done anything for Charlotte.
You proved that when you married her cousin.
For some reason, the fact that this is a serious scene from the show, this is not like a dream sequence or non-canon deviation from the main story or anything like that. This is literally what happens. The way that he says, I would have done anything for Charlotte, and she says, yeah, you proved that by marrying her cousin. Out of context, this is gold. This is absolute gold. Why is everything so much funnier out of context? Explain it to me, because I genuinely, I love out of context videos, and especially his huffing and puffing. Why is he breathing so loudly in this particular moment? It's just ridiculous. And of course, this is not the only PLL clip that's in the legend folder, the legend level on my channel, because this one is probably, actually, when I think about it, this is the clip from PLL that comes up a lot more often, but not when I talk about PLL as much as I just use it for moments when I'm like baffled by something, when I zoom in on like a particular screenshot or whatever it is. I use this sound a lot.
What the?
This is where the guys are the boyfriends of the girls when they're in a dollhouse, in a bunker dollhouse. They are watching a video of the truck being stolen or whatever where the girls were. There's like a cartoon clip instead that A left for them. Such a typical teen drama sound of something happening, you know, like something creepy is happening, something crazy happened, or whatever the hell. Especially when there is some kind of mystery involved. It's comedy gold in my eyes. This entire video is just me showing you what I find funny. I'm not a comedy connoisseur, but am I going to still show you these things and be like, it's so funny though? Yeah. And especially Toby's, what the? I love it. I've got multiple clips, but they are not all of them are in the legendary folder. Only one Paul Wesley clip is in the legendary folder so far. I actually love all the clips that I have, but this one is the one that I use the most and the one that I find the most handy. And this one is, I called it, I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Listen, I don't know why I find it funny. For some reason, Paul Wesley, his lives, especially when people cut shit out of them and then they post it on TikTok, comedy gold. This is a nonsense video. Just embrace the nonsense. Obviously, I need to show you some of the Winx ones because I do use Winx a lot. I'm a Winx bitch. Like, what are we gonna do about it? Nothing. So this clip in particular is the one that I love to use.
Stupid tree.
I love adding it as a sound everywhere. The audacity of Stormy to just set a tree on fire for no fucking reason. Something about it just does it for me. And this is a 4Kids translation. 4Kids has a lot of gems in it, to be honest. Like, it's absolutely unhinged. The next clip that I use a lot, Aisha clip. She's just sitting there being pampered by the people of Downland. She's just sitting there while the guys need to prove that they are worthy of having help from the queen. They have to fight the queen and her like henchman, like one guy. And she's just sitting there having her tea, you know.
Whoa, this is the best tea I've ever had.
And it sounds like she is really into some gossip being shared, trash talking going on, and I absolutely love it because this is so me-coded. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? No? I think that it might not make sense because you guys don't know how much tea I drink, but I drink tea constantly. I probably drink about 10 cups a day. This is pretty normal for a Siberian, but I think it's a little weird for Westerners. Like a lot of people in the West only have like 1 cup of tea or 2 cups of tea, and it's usually something herbal. I just have black tea with milk constantly. Darcy laughing hysterically. This is Toothless Icy. I did not edit this. This is literally a frame from the show. Usually I edit things sometimes, you know, to make them a bit funnier. But this one, they just decided to make her toothless for a moment there and have this duck face or whatever. Like, it reminds me a bit of a duck. Another legend, me bold in a gown, hitting a move. Yeah. And now look at all this hair. You can't even see where my scalp is. This is how much hair I got back. Anyway, another one that quickly became a classic because I kept on using it, and if I don't use the actual video, which happens often, I use the audio a lot. I use especially that small clip of cocaine!
I don't do cocaine!
I don't even know what it looks like.
I don't know what it looks like!
It's already a classic. I absolutely love that. I said that I'm gonna use this one from The School for Good and Evil. I wish I used it more. I need to, and I will. But I love this clip so much. Bye. Bye. This is wonderful. I absolutely adore it. Bratz dancing, and I added different types of songs to this way too much, but it's just such a classic. The Bratz albums are bop, honestly. Like, all of them are so good. Clips that I really want to use more. A couple of them. One of them I use it, but it's really rare. Your software slays, by the way.
Your software slays, by the way.
PLL is just a gold mine, I'm telling you. I also love using this one, but I feel like it kind of gets lost on people. I feel like it's just, they mumble a lot in this clip. Also, like, just a little bit vague, but something about the fact that he's genuinely saying this is so funny.
I have a master's degree in American literature. There is nothing I can't handle.
I used it once. I have to use it sometimes. I have to. I wish I took off my wig a bit more aggressively, but I was very defeated at that point, so yeah. There's a new one. I have been very much into Close Enough recently. I have probably watched the show 4 times in a row already. The episodes are very short, seasons are very short, so each episode is only 12 minutes. 16 episodes per season, so technically speaking, it's like 8 episodes of like 24-minute length episodes. So it's a very short show, and it's very upsetting to me that HBO is being bought by whomever, whatever, Discovery, or whoever it is, and they canceled this show. I am very upset about it because I am absolutely in love with it. Funny as shit, honestly. It's just working for me. It is. I don't know what to tell you. And usually I cannot watch a show a second time without already feeling sick of it, even if I liked it the first time. But this one I watched it 4 times in a row and I'm still not sick of it. That's how good it is. This is one of the clips that I really want to use.
This is where I belong.
Something about this guy, honestly, clips of him just do it for me. This is where I belong. I just love it. Ah, this is so funny. The animation does like half of it, like physical comedy of it all. Another one, also Close Enough. That's what I'm telling you. There's a lot of Close Enough ones that I want to use.
Those examples are bullshit and you know it.
Those examples are bullshit and you know it. This is one of the videos at the top of my list of priorities in terms of using them in a video, okay? Every time I make a video and I'm editing it, I'm looking for opportunities. I'm searching. I'm looking where I could put this, where it would make sense because I want to put it in the video so badly. you don't understand. There's another clip that's very short, a little bit too niche, I think, for people to get where it's from. That's why I need to tell you, because I used it once and I was thinking, God damn it, no one's gonna know where it's from. And it's not like, I don't even know what you're supposed to be using it for, but basically this clip.
Who do you think killed Spencer?
What? I don't know what I would even use it for. I used it already, but I just can't remember why or where. But I'm looking for an opportunity. Every time I'm editing, I'm looking for an opportunity. And like sometimes it doesn't even make any sense. But if I can't somehow connect the two and like justify it in my little brain, I'm doing it. I'm putting it in. I am. This is from bloopers of Pretty Little Liars. I believe that this is maybe like 3rd, 4th season. So who do you think killed Spencer? To Spencer. Explaining this just makes it not funny. Whatever, now you know. Close enough clip that I want to use really badly, haven't used it yet, is this one.
Oh shit. It happened again.
No, I don't know why I want to use it. Another clip is obviously also close enough, but this one just, oh, this is peak animation comedy. I don't give a fuck. Well planned, well delivered in terms of voice acting. It was also well delivered in terms of timing, in terms of how they drew it, how they decided to cut everything. God, it's just a perfect comedy.
Are you okay? No.
And yeah, I used it for another cancer joke because it fits perfectly. This is what I feel like. There's no reason why I want to use it. But you know where I got it from? TikTok. This girl was talking about how she sent this image to her cousin. Like she wanted to airdrop it, but instead she airdropped it to basically every TV at a bar. Yeah. My recent favorite, a Grinch. You know what? I'm gonna put link to them in the description if you want to download them and use them. I have edited this one myself. You're welcome to use this. Chaewon with a gun. She was holding a mic, but how could I not? When I saw that image, I thought she was holding a gun at first, and then I realized it was a microphone, so I was like, well, now I have to fix the issue, obviously. Obviously, the next obsession that I have that I'm going to keep on using is anti-fragile. I know we've been here for a while, but there's 3 more that I really want to use. First of all, Unicorn of War used this clip in the one of the latest Winx reaction videos, and I just remembered watching this performance so vividly, like back in the day when Zendaya just released it, and this is such a perfect clip to use.
Make it stop.
This is great. I absolutely adore it. Come on now. Chaewon removing her extensions on the stage, like on the side of the stage, while Hyunjin is singing opera. It's perfect. Her just standing there removing goddamn extensions while there's opera being sung right next to her. Such a good clip. I'm telling you, it's gonna be perfect for so many jokes. Or not even jokes, just communication, girl. This one is also from TikTok. I saw someone editing a bunch of songs to it, and I'm just obsessed with doing it now too.
Dibs on the radio. 6-inch pumps.
I hope you enjoyed getting acquainted with certified legends of this channel. A big thank you to them for, you know, spicing things up a little bit. And a big welcome to new clips that I cannot wait to use and I needed to show you. If you want to use them, I'll put them somewhere in the description. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.